So what's going on? So the first playoff game of the day was New Orleans against Minnesota. Minnesota beat the Saints in overtime. Kirk Cousins held on, came up big. The New Orleans Saints have got to be either uh, victims or choke artists. It's like a combination because last year they got robbed against the Rams at home, and they lose to Minnesota 2 times the last 3 years. To Case Keenum on a fluky last second play, and then they lose to Kirk Cousins. And I can't figure out New Orleans. You have home field advantage, you have everything going your way, and can't seal the deal. That makes that Super Bowl win against the Colts 10 years ago when Sean Payton and Drew Brees won that against the Colts, beat Peyton Manning and the Colts, seems kind of fluky because for all the dominance and all the stats that Drew Brees has, he's the touchdown king with Tom Brady close second. But for all the stats they put up and the yards and all that, they don't seal the deal. You know, and I mean, yes, you got a chip to show for your works and efforts, but Drew Brees is kind of like Aaron Rodgers. For all his dominance, his talents and stuff, it don't really reflect. And I think sometimes you do get spoiled by the Tom Brady's of the world who has, statuesque like jewelry, etc. But still, you expect a little bit more. And New Orleans just never seems to seal the deal. They always seem to come up short for the most part. So the fact that they even got a chip, considering what they've had with the talent, and they were lackluster today. They were lackluster. They were very fortunate Minnesota didn't put more of a can of whipping it behind them because that game really shouldn't have been that close. And Kirk Cousins, say what you want. It came up big. It was a big win. People were sleeping on Minnesota. A lot of people thought this was New Orleans' year. Wild card weekend has been wild, and they're another victim of it. So, and I don't know what to expect from New Orleans because Breeze is going to be a year older. How much he really has in the tank, and they just didn't look that good today. So I don't know how many times you get off the mat, especially when you have home games and you don't seal the deal because you don't get so many opportunities. You just don't. And Breeze is like a decade removed from going to Super Bowl and winning a chip. So 10 years is a lifetime, and you just don't know. So, but anyway, that's my thoughts and takes. Congratulations to the Vikings. That was a pretty impressive win. Minnesota goes on to the next round. So Minnesota beats New Orleans. Give me your thoughts and takes about the Vikings winning over New Orleans in New Orleans. And are the Saints overrated or victims? What you think? Is Drew Brees great or inflated? And Sean Payton too. All right, hit that like, hit the subscribe, and the bell rings in the video. Peace.